The CTMP Labor Day weekend sprints featuring the NASCAR Canada Series, Trans Am, FEL Radical Cup Canada, and more is only 1 week away. Canadian Motorsport Hall of Famer and IndyCar race winner Scott Goodyear took part in a media preview. The president and race director of FR Americas and F4 US spoke about the value of getting experience at the famed road course and the drivers' reaction to last year's event.
My home track for 30 years, love the place. And I tell all of our drivers that we went up there last year to join you for the Labor Day weekend for the very first time. And I said to all our drivers that if you come away enjoying this racetrack and understanding and going fast at this racetrack, you can probably really drive any racetrack in the world. And I felt that when I was training there and getting chances to go around the world, that if you can handle most port with turn two, turn four, you really can not be challenged anywhere you go in the world. And I will tell you just a quick snippet. It was like a lot of our drivers, like Canada, that's a long ways to go. Some of them had to go get their passport, if you can believe it. Then when we got there, it was Saturday afternoon. Everybody walked around from every team member to every driver across all our platforms and just said, "We're coming back here next year, right? This place is awesome." And
Right.
that's exactly what I remember. Just the camping and going out in your pace laps and smelling the fires that are going and everything like that. Sometimes hard to focus that you're there to drive a race car.
Three-time NASCAR Canada Series champion LP Dumoulin is currently fourth in the standings. He talks about his season so far.
So far, a bit of a roller coaster for that WeatherTech 47 car, but good highs, and I think we've shown some good speed as well. It's very competitive once again, and since we run oval and road course, we in the shop have a lot of work to switch back and forth the cars, and we run two cars, obviously one oval, one road course, but the team is always back and forth on different type of setup. But we had a good run last weekend at GP3R, and we're going to iCar this weekend.
Dumoulin is riding a 52-race winless streak dating back to 2021 at CTMP. He's looking to return to victory lane in a race that's presented by his sponsor, WeatherTech.
Well, that's the big thing. The past 3 years, I think we had to kind of regroup and reform a new team around in the shop. We had a new crew chief and new rules, new stuff happening. I think that probably didn't help us to get the big win there, but we've been on the podium a lot and a lot of P5. I think pretty much all of our races always 1 on 2 we are P5 or podium, so it's right there. I think it's hanging in front of us. We're gonna get it, and yeah, I mean that's the other thing. I'm the type of guy that's sometimes maybe hang more the championship than the wins. To get the championship, you have to be there at the end. You can't really want with the points the way it works in NASCAR. You have to be there at the end. You have to be in the top 5 all the time to go get the big trophy at the end of the season. So, but yeah, that's the plan. I mean, this weekend, iCar is one thing, but CTMP, it's a track that really suits my driving and the car setup we have. And actually, for those cars, for the NASCAR series, the NASCAR Canada series, it's the perfect track. We can really stretch our legs there at CTMP and use the horsepower and lean in the corners and give the fans a really good show. Leaning on each other. And I mean, it's again, I'm sure we'll see a lot of people there every year. It's outstanding to see all the fans and the partners we had are there.
15-year-old Tristan McKee leads the Trans Am Series TA2 point standings with wins in 2 of the last 3 races. While he has an oval racing background that includes wins in the Cars Tour, he also won his ARCA debut at Watkins Glen. McKee talks about his season to date in Trans Am.
It was definitely just kind of coming into it, just kind of learning, and this road course stuff is a new discipline to me. I'm from the oval world, and that's what I've done my whole racing career. So this was a different thing for me to try to learn, because in the top ranks of NASCAR, truck, Xfinity, and Cup, there's a lot of road course stuff. So that's an important part of getting into the playoffs and moving and be really good at that stuff. So it's been a new discipline for me, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Working with all the SLR guys, I've learned a ton, and Scott Speed and Josh Wise have taught me so much about all the road course stuff, and I've gotten a lot better at it. I've been learning a lot, and definitely coming into the year, we knew the age the way it was, that if I was able to be the champion at the end of the year, I'd be the youngest Trans Am champion. So that was the ultimate end goal for the end of this year, and definitely started off a little slower. Had a couple higher top 10 finishes, and then we've been kind of picking it up after that, after Road Atlanta, and just building momentum. And I just been learning a lot. Went to Road America, had a good run there after Mid Ohio, and that's also a Watkins Glen. We were able to get the win there. So it's just been all about learning, taking it in like a sponge and just being able to learn from anyone that was around me.
The youth movement in motorsports, including FR Americas and F4 US, is something that stands out to Goodyear.
And so I think I enjoy the aspect of watching our young drivers come up out of karting into the cars, just like I did getting into a Formula Ford at Motorsport 19 years ago, and then watching the transition of them gaining confidence, becoming a better driver, understanding more about racing, and then understanding how the race unfolds. And when I say that, the neat thing I like is that 75% of our new drivers every year are karting. And so what I end up seeing is young drivers coming out and used to a 12-minute race or a 14-minute race in a 300-pound go-kart. Now they're getting involved in something that weighs 14 or 1,500 pounds, has no power steering, no power brakes, and you have to go for a 30-minute race or a 30-minute qualifying. So there's a lot of physical training, mental aspects that go along with getting out of karts into cars, and I think that's the aspect that I enjoy.
Check back with Inside Track for coverage of next weekend's Labor Day sprints.